I'm going to give everyone a headache by spinning around.
Yes. At 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the cosplay.
Blooper.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the Cosplay Podcast. God damn it, why can't I start? The damn Cosplay Podcast, episode number 32. Yes, I said it. I got it out at last. And annoyingly, the camera stopped working, so I've had to hit my backup frames.
What a splendid start there. I think they're going fabulously, people.
And of course, we're going to do our introductions before we start. And you know what? I normally mess these up. So let's in sending order. We have a multi award winning cosplayer. Bryony Harris. Wait your turn, damn it. Bryony Harris, who's won multiple awards, actually a lot more than me, and you've even got your Euro cosplay thing right behind you. And she represented us. She represented Great Britain in the Cosplay World Masters, even though I'm pretty sure you haven't been the same person ever since you got back. And if you want to know what we're talking about, please refer to the last episode. She wasn't fed.
Ever so slightly traumatized.
And below us, we have a penguin who is a sort of rocket penguin, you could say.
Yes, there's now 3 rocket penguins in the world.
What? There was another rocket penguin? I'm Rocket Penguin cosplay.
There, I have a rocket penguin, and now Bryony has a rocket penguin, which I made for her and gave her as a present in London. And I think her boyfriend's just stolen it, though.
God damn it. Yes, but we got to finish off these introductions proper. And annoyingly, you know what? My backup panel does not work because when my camera freezes, my whole computer freezes, so I can't actually. Oh, now the backup hits. Yes, for those new to this show, I've got an old ass PC, which sometimes doesn't work, and that means the cam, which I've only annoyingly noticed, the live stream freezes. So I've got these backup frames, but as I've just said, because the camera freezes, I can't actually hit up my backup frames, and now the cameras work anyway. So, but anyway, we got Dave Collier, so-called Dave Collier. No, Collier.
Unless you're American.
Nope. NSYNC called you Collier, so I believe them.
I did shout at them to get on with it, if you recall, as well. Well, I was having, flashbacks of my punk rock days, they're spending ages trying to introduce you, trying to get you on stage. Get on with it! We're going to get bottled if we don't get on, do something! They're nice credit drank on, they probably wouldn't bottle us, but, even so, get on with it! Take that, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Alright, and, hold up. Annoyingly, I've just noticed, Chapman, your window, you appear to have a tiny little window of me and the nice little Skype thing.
What?
Yeah, you can't see it, it's on my XSplit.
Get on with it!
You know what? We're gonna leave it, because this is a professional production, because we're off to a great start. So, we have the rather marvelous photographer. Yes, finally, we have a mixed representation podcast, because normally we've had nothing but cosplayers. I think we have had photographers, but they were only specifically on photography-based shows, and when we were debating Blackpool Comic Con. Oh, what an excellent event that was! Yeah, what an excellent event that was. They all ran off. They went into liquidation. Crooks. But anyway, we have Chapman Lee of LMP Photography, I believe.
It's LP Cosplay Photography.
Oh, close enough. Like I said, I always mess up these introductions, and I believe you're very involved with the League of Legends scene, I believe.
Yeah, so I run the cosplay meets at MCM, and also the Overwatch cosplay meets in MCM.
Oh, sweet. Again, we're going to be talking a lot, because this is pretty much the MCM special. So we got a different perspective now. We got the photographer's perspective. Do you know what's actually cool? I think there was that cartoon, that really hilarious cartoon where you see was it a cosplayer before a con? It's like proper, and the photographer before the con is like, and then the next picture, cosplayer after the con, he's like, and then photographer's like,
That is so true, actually.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah, I mean, we're going way out of way out of order. Actually, hold up, guys. Sorry. Much editing later. You know what? We missed a trick. It was bloody Halloween yesterday. We finally had an excuse to all dress up in those crap store-bought outfits. Yeah, guys, are you with me? If you're a cosplayer, Halloween is like, really? It's like meh.
Halloween is like directly after con. It's like, no, I'm still doing laundry and knackered.
Yeah, I don't know, because you kind of think to yourself, we dress up very often with much better outfits and obviously feet. I don't know, that's kind of interesting, because the thing I don't like about Halloween is, because obviously you have to be horror themed and all that. I know sometimes you don't, but it's like, yeah, just Halloween is just kind of meh. It's just because, we spend a ludicrous amount of money and time on really elaborate outfits, and then Halloween comes along, it's like, you just think, yeah, I'm good, I don't care.
But it's the complaining I can't stand. Like, when people complain like their costume's itchy, or they're like wearing a wig, and I'm like, you have no idea.
Oh, it's so...
You will never know the pain.
Yes, yes, you never dressed up as an assassin in a winter outfit in Atlanta, Georgia. That's true, Pate.
I was Aloy in Portugal in the summer.
Ow. That was quite hot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's okay, yeah, because obviously you're near the equator, so that's I would assume it's considerably more hotter.
Yeah.
Apparently, the worst is Paris for ECG. Although I've never
I
personally
heard about that. I always thought Paris was like similar to London, but apparently my mate Flo was pointing out to me Paris is like 38 degrees. So I'm thinking, what?
Oh god, it's boiling hot. The good thing is it's in the dark. That's what keeps it cool.
Not air conditioning.
Apparently, the prejudging is done outside because it's so critical that they get good lighting, so they want to do it in daylight to give them the best shot in seeing that, which is great, except for the fact it's right in the middle of Paris, so you've got to go outside to do this.
Yeah, but they don't keep them out for too long, I hope.
Well, I hope not. To be honest, though, given prejudging, well, Bryony has got stories about certain prejudging locations.
Yeah, I think you left that out in the last podcast. What's this about being prejudged in the toilets? What the hell?
It's just never be picky about where you get judged. I got judged in a bathroom. It was a very large bathroom, but it had urinals along the back, and then it had the judging table with the judging.
We should say this was for Cosplay World Masters in Portugal.
Wait a minute.
Surely we're not slandering any other shows here.
Wait, urinals? Surely they could have, because you're a lady, they could have done it in the ladies.
But then they'd have to move into the guys to judge the guys.
But surely there was more ladies doing the thing than the guys.
It was about half and half, actually.
Oh, how surprising. Yeah.
Was there any sort of random flushing noises while you were trying?
Oh, Jesus.
No, can you imagine, if one of the judges got up and was like, "Excuse me for a second," and then just turned around?
Oh God!
Wow, you're making me want to go to this World Play Cosmasters a little bit more appealing now. So they don't feed you. You get prejudged in the toilets. It's
convenient.
Qualified LAGC, or at least it was when the EU did it.
Yeah.
So
many reasons not to go.
Yeah, well, we won't be part of the EU for much longer, but anyway. Oh, that was it. Today, this week, this is going to be a good week, isn't it? Because Bryony, BlizzCon, can't wait, can you? Well, watching the live stream anyway, because it has to be said, the BlizzCon Masquerade is lit. So beautiful. Although I have to admit, it's just walk-ons, isn't it? I'm not imagining it. There were no skits whatsoever, wasn't there? It was just all walk-ons, although very beautifully well-lit, multiple camera walk-ons.
No, just walk-ons.
Big old stage.
There's two categories. So you have the people that got prejudged, and then you have the people that are just doing it for fun at the end. And then I think they have a talent competition as well, which is either before or after.
I was trying to find... I remember my mate Flo. I was trying to find the name of it. There was a certain cosplayer who didn't get picked to go to BlizzCon, even though she worked on her costume for years. I actually shared the link, but annoyingly, I've forgotten who it was and what it was. And I had a word with Flo again. He said it might have not been I can't remember if it was a Diablo or it was a monster from StarCraft. Can't remember what it was now. Annoyingly, I'm going to probably add it to the annotations, and I'll probably remember it right after the end of the show, because I'll have to go through my old timelines to actually remember what that link was. Because I do ever get the feelings that the prejudged ones, the one you're talking about, they are definitely handpicked. They are literally the best of the best of the best.
I'm not sure if you're talking about BlizzCon or Gamescom. Gamescom's the one that they pick the cosplayers to be in it. BlizzCon, I think you have to. It's like first come first serve on the sign up.
If you do the aquarium cosplay contest at DragonCon, it's the same. You actually have people going around the floor, including Yaya Han one year. And if she really likes your costume, she's like, "Oh, come with us. We really want to prejudge you for this contest." That's the one where the penguin managed to cheat his way to a win by using the hypno umbrella on the judges.
Interesting.
Full box and double box.
Interesting. Yes, I definitely want to enter that for reasons I'll talk about later. But BlizzCon, it's gonna be lit. Anything else you're looking forward to? I don't know, because I think obviously it is just mainly the BlizzCon Masquerade. Hopefully a new hero for Overwatch, though. Unlikely. Everything points to they're just going to talk about the esports, which I don't know. Esports Overwatch is just it's not going to work.
There'll be a new expansion for World of Warcraft and
Diablo 4. Everyone is saying there's got to be a Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Because it's been enough time, and might be a good time to get into it. I was thinking about getting. That was it. They made an expansion that actually fixed Part 3, or was it Soul Reaver's Soul? Yeah, I forgot now. Yeah, that was it. Because the console version, they apparently is really, really good. They basically turned it into Gauntlet. You basically use both your joysticks, and they changed the camera. Yeah, they changed the camera so it's actually further down as opposed to being top down. Yeah, I was supposed to get that. Apparently,
young people won't know what Gauntlet is.
What?
Young people won't know that. Old school.
Oh, you're talking about the original Diablo. In matter of fact, that's so different that they made a different game that I think people that used to work on Diablo. Yeah, but they're basically talking about how different Diablo 2 was to Diablo 3, etc., etc.
No, the game Gauntlet.
The original Gauntlet. Yeah, you do have to be an old git to remember Gauntlet. Yeah, basically it was. Do you know what the annoying thing is? It was basically a horde game. Which is kind of weird now, because it's one of the most generic things you put in every single game. You have a horde mode. But basically that was the game. Yeah, you were
1985. Give a break.
Yeah, you were the barbarian, the Amazon, and no, it was the Valkyrie, because I remember Valkyrie needs food. Because it had a little weird voice track.
Not in the original, it didn't. You had the warrior, the Valkyrie, the wizard, and the elf.
Chapman, you know what we're talking about, don't you?
Maybe.
Yes.
My degree in video game history helps on this subject.
Schmugget. But anyway, yeah. So BlizzCon, you looking forward to that? You looking forward to that, Chapman?
Yeah. I'm always surprised by the really random cosplays. Like last year, when the one that walked on was the cosplay of the guy from South Park, the computer guy. these are really obscure.
Wait a minute,
but funny
wait a minute,
cosplay.
how can you get that on BlizzCon? How was that related, unless it was like a weird crossover?
It was the World of Warcraft South Park episode.
Oh, I'll get that rather tentative, okay?
It was a very unique cosplay.
He goes every
Very
year.
unique episode as well.
Yeah.
He does it each time, and each time he goes on stage, he does a little bit more. So I think last year he had like a guy as the avatar, and he just started dancing in front of him.
Oh, sweet, yeah. So, definitely going to be a good weekend. I do want to watch the Overwatch World Cup. The problem is, it's a case of we kind of know South Korea is just going to win, because the South Koreans they just play any video games on such a different level we cannot even hope to comprehend.
Well, you say that with Dota, it's the Chinese teams are the ones to beat.
Really? Why Dota?
I don't know why with Dota. League, I don't think it's the Korean teams of the league.
League is
You'll
Korean.
know
teams.
more about this.
Yeah,
Really?
League,
Okay.
League is the Korean. The Koreans team, it's been SKT for I think 3 years now, which is South Korean Telecom.
I did think it was the North Koreans, put it that way. The dear leader inspired us to win.
Yeah, they somehow play on their 56k modem. Yeah, I think you would only have like about 2,000 ping.
It's fine.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe only Pyongyang actually has power, whereas the rest of the country, it literally gets turned off for like the majority of the day. So,
But thanks to the inspiration of the dear leader, they can get through any adversity and win.
oh yeah, they'd be shot. And I wish we were joking about that. But anyway, let's slowly try and move this episode forward. Oh, that was it. I forgot. We got to do corrections. Oh yeah, by the way, if in case we are not getting to the topic, there is a topic bar right below us. So if you're not somehow liking this topic, you can just skip ahead and you can see what we are talking about. Because obviously in post, I'm going to be listing all the topics. So obviously we were just talking about BlizzCon. And now we're going to talk about correction. So run correction music.
Sidetrack.
Yeah, that's it. So run corrections music. Yes, the last episodes I erroneously reported that Hugo Boss designed the Nazi uniforms. No, that wasn't true. Hugo Boss only supplied the Nazi uniforms. The Nazi uniforms were made by an entirely different bloke.
Was the SS uniforms, I thought, specifically?
Yeah. But I always thought it was Hugo Boss because there was that meme floating around saying, yeah, Hugo Boss's catalogue 1940s.
Because we all know you've got to get your historical facts from memes, am I right?
Anyway, end corrections music. Oh. Right, okay, I think we should just start, normally we do the news after, because, the way we normally do the show is, oh yeah, actually, damn it, we've got to talk about our projects. Yeah, because again, we got to get this in order now. We got to get this nice in order. So I'll start off. Yes, I'm still doing the Monkey King. As a matter of fact, I'm restarting the Monkey King because I think I can make it better. And I've got like about 9 months till Dragon Con, specifically the contest, to sort of make what was a relatively well-received costume. Again, we'll get on to that in the second news. But yeah. I gotta read. Well, I don't have to redo everything from scratch. It's just basically gotta redo the. Oh, I gotta make a new golden cudgel. I gotta make a brand new hat. I know it sounds bad, doesn't it? I gotta make a new armored chainmail sleeves. Oh, and I've got to do the hairpiece as well. Oh, and I've got to sort out the prosthetics.
Yeah, busy days.
Well, I've got 9 months. I said that about last time, but anyway. Irony.
I also got the stuff for your prosthetics in my.
Yes, I've got. Yes, at some point I've got to fly off to Edinburgh and get my my cast of my face.
Yes. But anyway, sorry. Carry on.
So, Bryony, what you been up to then recently? You did your shadow carja. Anything new, or you're still you're just relaxing?
I started my projects because I can't keep still. If I keep still, then I get lazy. So I started straight away. I'm going to do an Orc Warrior from World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, you said. Oh. Just in time for your eventual trip to BlizzCon.
Very eventual.
Come on, it's inevitable, isn't it?
I will make the pilgrimage one day, yes.
Okay, sweet. Dave?
Hello.
Yep, what you been up to then?
Well, finished the Joker. Hoped to enter it for C4, but unfortunately my teammate wasn't ready, so we had to withdraw, which is annoying. So I'm currently finishing off Henry Green, which has been sort of sitting half done for quite some time now. And after that, I've got my super secret evil plan for Euro Cosplay qualifiers, and then for DragonCon, which is my super secret evil plan. And yeah, it's going to be, even by my standards, ridiculous.
Okay, sweet. Okay, this is kind of interesting because this is not really applicable to you, Chapman, because you're not a cosplayer. So I guess, what photography-based activities have you been doing recently?
Well, I've gotten back to doing this whole photography project called Reflections.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I don't know
yes.
if you know much about it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. It's quite... Yeah, how do you actually do it? You just take 2 photographs and you just...
Yeah, so every kind of photo has it reflects them in and out cosplay, but I kind of have to choose a unique way to reflect based on their characters. So I'm now working on my latest one, which is of a cosplayer with umbrellas, and it's a photo shoot in the rain, so the reflections in a puddle. So now I'm just building more ideas, getting more people, and just trying to have fun with it.
No, that's bloody clever. Oh, damn. Okay, I think I like that rain one a lot better, because, I don't know, the original one was a pretty cool-ass idea. Exactly, how do you do that? Is it just 2 photographs and you just, in Photoshop, just obviously blend it in?
Yeah, so it's just 2 photos of them in the same pose setup, and it's just masking one layer with the other, and so you show one side and hide the other side.
Damn. If I actually get a costume that I'm super proud of, I might actually want to do that one day, but it's a case of, yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, feel free to just give me a message when you feel like you want to do a reflection shoot.
Okay.
But it does take a lot of time for that single photo.
Interesting. What, you... Well, obviously I'm going to change the outfit, and, with Monkey I would have to do the prosthetics, and... But then again, so what, you just don't just take...
I'll give you a hand with that, though. Doing prosthetic work on yourself takes a long time, but having somebody to help you saves a lot of time.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, because the little, what I would dare call prosthetics, which was just basically putting on waif hair onto my face, that still took about an hour. It was alright, I guess, but again, I got to get a proper hairpiece, ventilator wig. Yeah, I'm just reading up upon the process of wig mating. This ventilating sounds like the stuff of nightmares. I believe, you get a little dental floss sort of implement. You put a single strand of hair through a little knot, and you have to do that like a couple of 1,000 times.
Oh, more than a few thousand times. It takes a long time.
Like I said, see you in 2018.
Apparently you've had a 3-month course in wig making here.
3 months.
thewigacademy.co.uk.
Okay, damn. But anyway, okay, that's what we were up to, and that's good time. So I think we're going to start off with the news, because I think, this is pretty much the MCM special. The last half will be yakking. So, yes, ReedPop acquires MCM. Now, this is kind of interesting. Now, ReedPop, for those not familiar, they're the ones that run the New York Comic Con, the Star Wars Celebration, and I just want to get some thoughts upon this. Chapman, have you actually been to a New York Comic Con before?
No, I haven't, but I have been to a Recon Run event.
Oh, okay. Which one?
I've been to, I think it was Supernova in...
Oh, Australia. Oh, I heard that's...
In Australia, yeah.
Yeah, I heard those are pretty good events. Good guests.
Yeah.
Really good guests.
Yeah, it was really lovely. Everything was really well organised. And at the same time, it was just so much bigger than MCM. But everything was so spot on. We didn't have to wait too long. And the queues were actually clear. It's not like a mess you'd normally get. Sometimes at conventions here in the UK where, someone says line up here and then you get directed to line up somewhere else.
I think the only other read pop up when I went to was Star Wars Celebration last year, and I have to admit, the way they do registrations I like a lot better. It's similar to how it's done at Dragon Con, where you have to go to a desk and you have to give your name and show your ID, and yeah, simple. I don't know, because there's not necessarily anything wrong with how MCM does it at the moment, where you just basically give them a barcode and you scan it, but it's just, I don't know, there's just something nicer about the ID thing, and the way it was done at Celebrations was a lot faster, although it was definitely a smaller convention than an MCM, with because it's only Star Wars. There was not that much content. I mean, obviously, if you were there for the actual panels, that's a different story. Because I can't remember now. It's like some people were waiting 2 different lines for like 9 hours so they could see Mark Hamill.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but also what's nice is they give you badges rather than these wristbands that are really tough.
Oh yes.
It's like when you try to sleep or when you take a shower, it's constantly on your wrist. But with having a badge, you could just take it off quite easily, and you don't have to worry about having it rip or ruined in the shower.
Yeah, but sadly they do get nicked, which sadly happened quite a lot at Dragon Con, hence why everyone's first advice is get a lanyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not sure quite a lot, but yeah, it did happen.
Okay. Bryony, sorry, you were going to say something?
having a badge sounds, as a cosplayer, it sounds better than the wrist thingy, because it's so awkward trying to like roll your gloves down or take your armor off just to show them. And I remember on Saturday, like a security guard had a go at us because he couldn't see it, and so we kept the line held up because we were trying to take everything off.
Yeah, that is. Those wrist, especially, depending upon your outfit, especially if you're wearing like a Ventai suit or something like that. It's like, how do we get this? Ooh. For sure, the little name badge, with a lanyard, you could just move it out of the way and stuff like that. Whoa, what the hell was that?
I just got an email, if that was it.
What, the boat is sinking?
Nope. PayPal is taking some money off me.
Oh, well, let's hope it's not too much. But anyway, so thoughts upon this Reed Pop buyout then, Dave?
Well, obviously it's too early to tell. As I've said several times on this show, I actually think by UK con standards, MCM actually do a pretty good job of it.
They
do
it.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they do a pretty good job of it over this weekend in London. Getting in on Saturday was about a 15-minute wait, which, is... Yeah, you obviously want it to be shorter, but that's hardly the worst we've ever seen at a UK con.
No.
Yeah.
And it was well thought out how they were going to get people moving all the way through. So compared to MCM a few years ago, I think they do a pretty good job. Compared to some other con companies, I think they do a pretty good job. And let's remember, MCM do the best show in the UK right now, which is MCM Manchester.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So...
Dave, sorry, do you remember a couple of years ago when they decided to have that line that went all around the green?
Oh, I remember that. There was that aerial photograph.
And when it started to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had to beg a security guard to let... Was it, someone, because her costume would have been ruined?
Yeah, Killa Sama, who actually ended up being the Euro Cosplay rep that year. She's got this amazing wig. It's just ridiculous. And it would have been destroyed by the rain. Although, given how much she hates that said wig, it's probably quite... She described this relationship she has with the wig and as an evil thing just permanently plotting against her. It's a bit like Kato and Clouseau, if you remember those films.
Hello? Clouseau's resident?
Yes.
Oh, no, yeah, we're jumping off topic. Can I just I bloody hate it when they get a man, a proper China man, who doesn't actually speak like that, and they make him speak that accent, because obviously Ben Kwok could speak bloody normal English like any normal person, but every role he's in, he's always generic Chinaman. It proper gets on my nerves. Stop it! Stop it!
I can put out that Peter Sellers does not talk like a Frenchman. These are silly comedy films and actually quite funny. No Frenchman actually talks like Inspector Clouseau.
What, they don't? You sure about that? There's some French people that speak like that. That bloke from Eurotrash does. Even though apparently somebody pointed out. What? Awkward silence?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being messaged.
Oh, what? The boat really is sinking then? The boat really is sinking then?
No.
Dave, the boat's sinking. What do we do?
No.
Well, you just say get some gaffer.
Right, okay, I just said, let me get back to you. Damn it.
No,
I'm being sidetracked at multiple levels.
What? No, what you just say? Just put some gaffer tape. That'll sort it out. That'll stop a 70,000 ton. Yeah, was it vessel from sinking?
Yeah. Hey, gaffer tape saved the Apollo 13 mission.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it did.
Well, it did save the mission, but it got them home safe. Honestly, that's what they used part of the stuff to make the carbon dioxide scrubber. I am such a nerd.
No,
Watch the film, people. You'll see it.
Sweet. But anyway, but like I said, so final consensus.
So final consensus on MCM's buyout. Too early to say.
They did say, but they did say that we would see the result immediately going into 2018. I'm just hoping we'll get better guests because MCM did some. Well, they did not really have any guests. Let's be brutally honest. London Film Comic Con always had significantly better guests, though. Showmasters, yeah, they did seem to struggle coping with crowds.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. They didn't actually have that bad guests these times. They had the guy who played Colossus in the Deadpool film. Played the bad guy in the Deadpool films. What was his name? Francis.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I forgot his name now, but yeah.
Pretty good guests. Yeah, and they had all the usual suspects there as well, of course, like the Red Dwarf guys or Matt Fraser, people like that. So, not Matt Fraser, sorry. The guy who played Willow.
Yeah, but he lived. Yeah, but he lived. Yeah, Warwick Davis. He's
usual suspects anyway.
But he lives. Yeah, but I don't know. He's one of those people that kind of just live at conventions. I'm not sure if they are sort of exclusive guests. I don't know. This is how kind of cynical I am. There are some certain of guests that they appear at every single convention that they sort of cease becoming guests anymore. They just sort of they practically are regulars.
But yes, usual suspects. But hey, there was a big queue to see all of them, so they're earning money, the con's earning money, people want to meet them, perfect. But yeah, if they could get some really, really awesome guests, everyone from MCM watching, Danny DeVito, please. Get Danny DeVito.
Is he even in public anymore? Because I can't even remember the last public engagement he did.
Yeah, he's actually on stage right now.
Oh, okay.
He's in the States, like some theatre in LA, but I can't remember what it is. It's some sort of comedy thing. He's playing a Roman emperor or something. So he's busy. He's still working. He's just not making movies so much.
Okay, I'm just hoping because they do. With but you said Supernova. What kind of killer guest did they have there?
Oh. I'd actually have to look it up because I don't go in for the guests. I go in for cosplays.
Yes! A man after my own heart. I'm exactly the same. Unless, of course, there's somebody I really, really care about, like, let's say, obviously, Donnie Yen and Nathan Fillion. And obviously, this is the Cosplay Podcast, so obviously we talk about cosplay, and that's our main, that's our main angle. So now we can finally talk about MCM. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way. I am a massive fan of of course I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not really a fan of the MCM events. I've said my piece upon it. My problem I've got
from Manchester.
No, of course, massive exception to Manchester. The problem that I've had with the MCM events is they are just giant dealer's rooms, and I did go to MCM this weekend. Yeah, I did definitely go. It was a very short time. I mean, yeah, 2 hours is more than sufficient time to to sample everything I think I need.
I think you probably spent longer than
Yeah, I did.
the start of the day.
Yeah, I did. I was actually going to stay longer, but you pointed out, no, you need to be out before 10:30, because my original plan was I wanted to nap until like midday, because that'll be like the peak time. Because realistically, I only wanted to go to MCM to test out my Monkey King, just to get a feel of it, because I was just curious, because in America, it was really super well received. It was proper shocking, because I didn't think, I know, it might be ignorant of me, because I just thought, yeah, nobody's going to know who the Monkey King, definitely in the South, especially in the South. But it's like, I didn't even leave the hotel room. It said, "Hey, it's Sun Wukong. Can I have your picture?" And it's like, what? And it's like, obviously, I'm still walking down the street, and everyone's saying, "Whoa, it's Sun." Yeah, they're not even saying the Monkey King. They're saying Sun Wukong, and the occasional, "Oh, it's Lu Bu." No, I'm Sun Wukong. Yeah, it actually did happen at MCM this time around. A lot of people thought I was Lu Bu, even though the only thing I've got in common with Lu Bu is that stupid little hat with the really, really long feathers. That's about the only connection. Because obviously Lu Bu is black, wears a black outfit, he's evil, and he's got like a big axe. Whereas the Monkey King, well, he's a monkey, he wears red and gold, and he's got a big golden staff. I'm not totally sure how these people. Yeah, I know, because it was like about the same amount of numbers. There was like about 6 or 8 people. Hey, it's Lu Bu. No.
The thing is though, we saw the guy there who did Monkey from the TV series just after you left. It's like, damn it, we could have got a picture of you two together.
Oh, you mean the one from
guy.
the early 60s, 70s?
Yeah.
That's the
TV
one.
series.
Monkey Magic.
Magic.
Monkey
Yeah,
Magic.
there's a guy who cosplays that guy. He's really cool. I've never caught his name. I was like, Daddy, why did you have to disappear so early?
Because I think 2 hours of MCM is... Okay, I mean, yeah, I was just doing it to prove a point, because I really don't like MCM, but I do love dressing up in a costume, and I wanted to test out my monkey outfit. You know what? As weird as it sounds, I actually enjoyed being at MCM for only 2 hours, because I got exactly what I wanted without the drawbacks, and then I can go home, which I did, and I went cosplay shopping to actually buy more supplies to rebuild said monkey outfit. No, I learned a lot of...
You also missed a really good show, which was the Euro Cosplay Finals.
That's why
went very well.
That's why I have you fine guests to break down the two log didn't read on it, because we got a couple of good issues to go back, but ultimately, yeah, because I'm gonna get my piece out of the way. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of MCM because it's a giant dealer's room, and everybody, they say they have fun because they get to meet their friends, but my problem with that logic is that's not the convention, that's your friends. It's like co-op games. It's like, Borderlands is not particularly great games. It's great because you're co-oping with mates. It's like, priority. Isn't World of Warcraft great when you have mates?
I don't have any friends that play it with me.
God damn it, Barbara, you gotta work with me, god damn it. What, you solo queue? You wait for the goodness of strangers that you're going to get a good DPS. But then again, you can't do that in World of Warcraft because you can role select, which is something you can't do in Overwatch, which is incredibly frustrating when you have four insta-lock DPSs and no tanks. So I'm perpetually forced to play Mercy because nobody wants to be a healer, and if you're a Mercy player, everybody wants to kill you. But anyway, I digress. So I guess. Chapman!
But my point...
Go on then, sorry.
Quickly, before you do that. The point you're making there is, you're having fun because your friends are there, you're having fun because you like the contest, you're having fun because of this, because of that. What does it matter so long as you're having fun? If this con is what it takes to get all the things you want to do in the same place, people you want to meet in the same place, all that kind of stuff, what does it matter?
It matters. It matters if the con was just better to begin with. Because obviously I don't want to mention it because everyone is sick to death. I keep talking about Dragon Con. But why else would I have I gone there for 3 years in a row?
Because it's the best con in the world.
Well, there you.
Now, the fact is, there are cons which are better than MCM, but again, does that matter so long as you have fun?
It could just be I don't know, it just could be a better I mean, okay, in the grand scheme of things, MCM, they are pretty much, well, I wouldn't say they're the best we have, because arguably I would say something like Kita, and, you know, before that, Iacon are objectively better cons as well, because that's essentially what a convention should be. It should be 24 hours of just...
Oh, you should hear some of the stories Sophie's got about Kita. Yeah, ambulances called and various bodily fluids
that has
in the
not
corridor, the things.
No, we did our Kita one last episode. It was, there were no ambulances, but there were definitely bodily fluids. Both,
yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
That is a comic experience. Thank you.
Both brown and white. But anyway,
Nah, move! Stop it!
Oh.
yep.
Stop
See,
it.
yep. Refer to our last episode. So the last Kita. Anyway, so
Or don't.
okay, so Chapman, because you're a new boy, what is your experience of MCM in your honest opinion then?
So my question to you is, do you want my experience as an attendee or as a photographer?
No.
These are two different aspects completely.
How about we start with attendance and then photographer, because I want to hear this, because as a photographer, we, the cosplayers, we're just going to mosey around. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, that's a great costume. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So as an attendee, it has improved significantly.
Yeah, you can use the
So
front. Yeah, you can use the front door. You know what? I should have got the positives out of the way, because obviously I did nothing but moan. I'm gonna. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, you can use the front door now, which is kind of weird considering for the last 2 years you weren't allowed to use the front doors, and that just sort of makes me think, wait a minute, why are we now allowed to use the front doors when for the last 2 years we were expected to basically go halfway, 3 blocks? But so I will commend them on, yes, finally we have the ability to use the front doors.
But
Yes, all the doors.
back entrance, go back in. You have to go back round.
You can't go back. Yeah, you can't go back through the back entrance, but the front and the side doors. Well, was there a side door? You could still walk in and out, which was, in the grand scheme of things, still impressive. Because before it was like, no, you're gonna go around. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is, this is deadly out of order. They actually opened up the green because was it a year before or the year before that, the green was completely fenced off. The front of the west entrance basically looked like Checkpoint Charlie, the Berlin Wall, because everything was fenced off, including the statues. Whereas this time around, no, they just basically put a policeman in front of the statue.
You still fenced it off though.
It was still fenced off.
It off. Yeah. Same. It was the same setup as last time.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
you-
still fenced off.
It might have been the year before, but I think this time because there was a picture of Terry with his Skyrim crew, and they were on the green bit.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, you can get onto the green, but you're actually inside the area. You've got to show your pass, so you've got to get your ticket sorted before you can get on the green. But you can go around the outside and past the boat hotel and along the side of the XL. So, yeah, I don't know. Not sure what you're talking about there, mate.
Okay, never mind. Anyway, sorry, we big time cut you off. Yeah, because like I said, we're a professional setup. So Chapman, attendant, what's your honest opinion?
Being an attendee, actually, it's improved significantly. Like, we had originally, when I first joined, it was very small. Queues were blocking every entrance. And then slowly, it got slightly worse, where queues were just spread across. Like, the year you were talking about, it went all across the side, alongside the river, around the grass. But the fact that now they've taken in all that complaints and improved that you could go through the front doors, that's a huge improvement. And the stalls that they sell stuff. Previously, I'm not saying they don't have stalls that do this now, but previously there were lots of stalls that sold a lot of fake merchandise.
And artwork specifically was really bad.
Yeah, and it's now, it seems that they've cracked down on it, and you don't really see much of these stolen artworks being printed and sold off, fake
good.
merchandise, and the variance of it is a lot better. So previously it was like literally Hall N1 to N4 were just selling same anime statues, And then, but now you've got like statues, comics, comic book collectibles. You've got USB charging cables for some reason. You've got mystery boxes. You've got T-shirts. You've got video games, and then there's the memorabilia section where there was Marvel with their statues and costumes, where you could go up and take reference photos.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was really good. That was I have to admit that was a lot better than how they did the Star Wars Celebration where they put it in the bloody glass blocks. But because it was like in the open air, and if you had a decent, even if you didn't have a decent enough camera, because I got like was it your free contract S6. Yeah, you could get some really, really nice pictures, like like the back of Hella's headgear.
Yeah,
which is what everyone's been asking for. So yeah.
And then the fact that you could go and just see how big it is compared to the rest of the dress, or how the materials look in real life, rather than just reference photos. Or people were saying, "Oh, it's this shade of green," or whatever this shade it is, which was really nice coming from a point as an attendee.
Also, I'd like to say put all the food areas in one place as well. So if you wanted something to go across to the other side, for example,
okay.
They have a smaller area to sit down.
Okay. Bryony, you're a little quiet, and somebody appears to be typing a storm.
Right, finish typing.
Okay, you just told them use gaffer tape and some hot glue. That'll stop the boat from sinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I wish I was still an Adam.
If it's meant to move, put some oil on it. If it's not meant to move, put some hot glue on it.
Okay.
Sorted.
Okay, gotcha. Bryony, would you like to speak up a little bit this time?
Sorry, I was saying they kept all of like the Asian food bits together this time, because I remember I had to trek around all over the place to find the one stand that I liked.
Bryony, did they have melon bread? I would have stuck around longer if they had melon bread.
I didn't see any.
Boo! In that case, yep, 2 hours was enough.
Actually, no, they did.
Oh, god damn it!
Surprisingly, it wasn't next to all the food stands, but it was next to all the anime statues and Gunpla.
Oh, you're right. Yes. I know.
All the Japanese sweets as well, and Japanese drinks.
God damn it, I should have got some melon bread and some ramen. By the way, sorry, Bryony, carry on.
Sorry, and they also had like a subsection where it was just all open seating as well. Which I remember they never used to do.
Open seating! Oh my god, this sounds like Manchester, because that's what I loved about Manchester. All those seats where, you got to chill out, especially as a cosplayer, because, walking around in all that gear and armor. Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 areas like that in the various halls, actually. Yeah, some of them were sponsored, some of them were just MCM, some of them were for the eating. But there was more room to sit down than you used to get.
No one sits against the corners by the bins.
Ooh.
And it kept all the people away from just standing and loitering in the main halls, stopping people walking through. Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. So your position. Actually, let's get this out of the way, because again, I've got a nice little topic bar to talk about. Was it my imagination? Bryony, did you actually go to MCM last May?
No.
Okay, so Chapman, Dave, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
Was it my imagination, or did this MCM seem even less crowded than it was in May? And May, I was even thinking, hey, this seems a lot less crowded than before, because when you think of MCM, you think, oh my god, I'm gonna get crushed to death. And Donnie Yen's there, and it's gonna be an apocalyptic, and it was like, no, there was actually a lot less people, and it might have just only been my observation. I thought there were even less cosplayers, because I'm not, and again, you might be able to back me up on this because you did all the group photographies, but it's like every time I saw group cosplay photographers, or group cosplay photos, they looked a lot empty, because it's like whenever I saw the Overwatch meets compared to, let's say, the Overwatch meet at Dragon Con, which obviously you were there when you were videoing and filming it. That was a big meet, wasn't it?
Surprisingly,
stop comparing things to Dragon Con.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying, it just might be in my imagination. It just seemed there were a lot less cosplayers than even at last May. So would you agree with me?
Sorry for interrupting you, Chapman, there.
Got it.
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, there was a lot more cosplayers than the Overwatch group in MCM May.
Oh, okay.
Compared to what I've seen in Dragon Con.
Oh, that's
But
interesting.
It was more of the fact that with Dragon Con, it has so many variants. People kind of want to cosplay different things throughout all different days, so they wouldn't mind missing one or two meets. Whereas, like, with MCM here, because it's not as varied as the US, so people tend to dress up, like, in their most favorite cosplays, or the one they want to show off the most on the Saturdays. Hence why kind of Overwatch gets so big, or same with League of Legends, which are currently like the biggest esports there are, and with the biggest variants of characters. But like I said, it's bigger than Dragon Con, surprisingly. And I think it was because of that reason why they were all out to the meets, that you felt May had a lot less people inside.
Okay. Yeah, can I just...
I think something to remember as well. These days, MCM get the whole of the XL. Previous years, they only got like half of it or 2/3 of it. These days, the entire thing is theirs. They take over both sides of the hall. So, you know, if you get much the same number of people on a larger area, of course it's going to feel less crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that, because obviously I was only there for 2 hours. I gotta say, I didn't have a problem moving around, because I do remember, it might have been 2014, I think it was definitely 2014. I was in the main hall, and it was like, okay, this was a dumb idea, because it's like, if you stop, you are literally holding back 1,000 people, but around. You know, I was the Monkey King. I actually had enough room because obviously as the Monkey King, I was showing off my stuff. You know, I was just swirling around my stuff. I had space, and I was just doing that all the time when I was moving around. If I had enough space to swing a 6-foot staff around, that sort of tells you that's actually how much space you have.
Well, but 2014, they had something else going on at the XL that same weekend.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that was a crazy year where they're actually filming adverts in it as well.
Oh, the infamous
yeah,
Foxy Bingo.
Yes. Good planning, guys. But yeah, now they get the whole of the XL. They can, they've got a lot more to do compared to like 2016 LSCC. I think there's 3 other events or 2 other events going on in the XL, and it felt crowded as hell just because everybody was kind of mashed in there. Even though LSCC itself was not that well attended, certainly not compared to MCM.
Or what about 2015 when they had that church group on the other side of MCM?
I love these war stories. I can't remember. Was it the Friday? They actually had a bunch of people doing their exams in one of the halls, and we were being told to be quiet. And I thought to myself,
Yep. It was the Thursday, Friday.
Fucking Comic-Con. You can't tell us to be quiet. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was Thursday, Friday had exams, and then Saturday, Sunday, which is a Christian church event. So we had Christians coming over and just saying we're devil worshippers.
Really?
Yeah. Really? I don't remember that. I mean, about
Dragon Con with that guy.
You literally only had one guy saying that, and yeah, I'm still trying to find that video, Dave. I don't want to say you made it up. I want to find that video where all the handmaidens, as they were walking past, just flipped off to that preacher guy, and I thought that would be so beautiful. I want to watch that video on loop.
I'm sure it's out there. But anyway, yes. So, oh dear. So anyway, yes, XL, thankfully they get the whole lot now, which is a big help. Star Wars Celebration, who went to that? Anyone go to that?
Yeah, I did. It was
because they didn't get the whole XL from that, and it apparently felt very crowded, even though in terms of numbers it wasn't as many as MCM.
I think it also helps with the green being fenced off as well, that you have only con goers in that area, so that might also feel like not as crowded. Because I remember, like, a few years ago...
Oh, yeah, anybody could, yeah. Yeah, well, it was basically one of the biggest loser cons ever, because obviously they wouldn't go inside the XL, they would just hang around the Fox and the stairs, and that was their con. And in all honesty, I was tempted a couple of years thinking, yeah, why am I paying money to go inside? Because I go inside, and then you realise I can't move around inside. I'm just going to go outside anyway. So there was that brief time I was not going to bother buying a ticket. I think there was a couple of famous cosplayers that actually did that. They didn't actually bother buying a ticket. All they did was just hang around the Fox. They got their pictures taken because they never had to go inside, out on the green. And yeah, eventually MCM cracked down on that.
Well, I think it was also because they had a lot of problems on the green with underage drinking and stuff like that. So they wanted some way they could get security to control it.
Yeah, and it was
people
also
smoking things they shouldn't be.
Yeah, it was literally the year of weed smoking, and then it's now the year of was it laughing gas huffing? Because of
hold up, rewind. Laughing gas. Wait a minute. Somebody is walking around with.
Full of nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you look on the field on the Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, you'll see little metal canisters which people have been inhaling laughing gas from.
Oh, that's what those. Oh, sorry. You know what? I'm super clueless because I've been seeing all these stupid little silver canisters lying around. I'm thinking, what the hell is that about? Now that's what it is. It's laughing gas.
Yeah, it's laughing gas.
Why?
But yeah, so it was like it went from one drug to another drug. So I feel like the drug chain is changing alongside MCM.
Is laughing gas technically a drug though? It's just
Yes.
I'll have to look that up because I don't think that technically is a drug. I mean, it makes you laugh, but is it psychologically addicted that you're just gonna laugh your head off? I mean, it's like, I don't know. Can't you just watch episodes of Never Mind the Buzzcocks or something like that? That'd be a lot cheaper.
I don't think it's... Yes, I'm just reading the Wikipedia article, the recreational use of nitrous oxide.
Oh my god, it's a thing.
The gas is sometimes called hippie crack, referring to the typical uses of its short, intensive experience, like crack cocaine.
Hippie crap. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, at least I now know what all those damn little silver cylinders are, because obviously I work in a crappy little supermarket, and the edge of our car park, we've got all these little silver cylinders. I'm thinking, what the hell are these? Now I know. Okay. People are...
Apparently the fashion British upper class in around the year 1800 was to have laughing gas parties. So these things you learn from them. Apparently, yes, the Prince Regent was a massive fan of this.
I would respect it if people, they dressed up in their Regency outfits with their little silver cylinders and...
Maybe that's what was happening late Saturday night. You don't know.
Yeah. I can believe it now. It's not just it's the elegance. Yeah, because Lolita, those gothic Lolitas. That's still a thing, isn't it? So yeah, they're dressed up in their gothic Lolita outfits and they're getting their laughing gas. And yeah, I see it now. It makes sense. No, that's probably not what happened, but still, I would imagine that's what happened.
I've got to say, I'm reading through this on recreational use of nitrous oxide. It really doesn't sound fun to me. Although apparently it is legal everywhere but the London Borough of Lambeth.
Why specifically just Lambeth? Okay.
I don't know. It's just in the Wikipedia article, so it must be true.
Okay, it's up there with you can shoot Welsh people in Chester. Which we did deconfirm you can't actually do anymore now.
How did you deconfirm that?
To jail for murder.
Because Dave said that apparently Parliament did pass an act that got rid of all these stupid laws.
Yeah, they went and did this tidying up thing, just it's not illegal not to practice your archery on a Sunday anymore. You no longer get fined a shilling for not doing it.
I know we're deadly off topic, but to be honest, that's what our podcast is actually famous for. It's infamous tangent. How would you exactly identify a Welsh person? They're not going to walk around with leaks on their clothes or something like that. or those hats with like really big buckles in it, which is what they're supposed to wear. It's like, yeah, how would you actually identify a Welsh person from a normal person? That's what I want to know.
Well, Bronny just did it by pointing at herself.
Yeah, but why would you do that? You'll get shot.
It's quite a long way from Chester. It's okay.
And I got my own bow, so it's fine.
Yes, good point.
Oh, yes, and your bow is, computer game logic. Obviously, it's a bow so powerful you could defeat armored-plated dinosaurs with it. That is how powerful it is.
Yep.
Never mind.
It is a pretty epic bow. If you haven't seen her costume, it's so cool.
Oh yes, I'm gonna slap that on screen now, even though it's in the title descriptions and obviously it's gonna be in the thumbnail preview. But yeah, bow so powerful you can defeat armored dinosaurs that have Gatling guns and flamethrowers and freeze things. Yes, a bow.
Missiles.
As well, my one.
Yeah.
So I can actually fire arrows with it. So I was on the green, and this photographer was like, "Can you fire an arrow just upwards?" And I hit him right in the camera.
Is that a euphemism?
It was a great shot, and then you could see, like, as it was going, because he, like, played it back, and then he had, like, he just jumped back as it hit him.
Okay. Oh, actually, we didn't actually finish off. So what's your perspective as a photographer? Yeah, this is a very important point, because I remember my man, Paul and Kev Pack, they didn't like Dragon Con for photography. It was, there was not just a lot of venues and places where you could do decent shoots. So would you actually say MCM was actually better than Dragon Con in that respect? Because all Dragon Con really had was the stairs and Ivy. Yeah, that was it. It was Ivy stairs in the parks. Everything else, you're just going to be on the con floor with people in the way.
So with MCM, as a photographer, I love and hate it at the same time.
Interesting.
I hate other photographers.
Okay, go on.
Let me expand to this.
Go on.
So in the MCM rulebook, it's for guides for photography, states that any equipment used must not be
it's still got that rule.
held by someone else.
Yeah.
It must be held by the photographer.
Oh, okay.
So what I've been seeing is people setting up with backdrop.
Oh, wait a minute. That's what. Yeah, I was like, say, they still got that rule in place because I do distinctly remember people with those setups, and I was actually distinctly avoiding them because I didn't want any major shoots with my Monkey King. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so that rule still exists, but it hasn't been actioned on anyone, not that I've seen it. And people are just setting up these massive studios, and especially they've been setting up in the grey area in front of the grass, which we all know is the same goddamn grey area every year. Don't use it. It's fugly.
Fugly? To be honest, the main problem I got with a lot of MCM photography are those stupid cranes in the background, because every time I see them in a photograph, I think, oh, it's just bloody MCM.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you know how to use it, it could come out stunning. I mean, I've used it in a few photo shoots this weekend. I shot some slightly modernized, like, magical girl Overwatch cosplays, and the cranes just help add emphasis to the modern world.
I'm sorry, I hate those cranes. It's just because they appear in every photograph. It says, "Oh, it's bloody MCM." Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just massively biased. I don't know. It's like a nervous tick every time I see those cranes. It's like.
It's like those trees for me. I hate those little trees.
Yes! You see what I'm talking about? It's the same thing. Every time you see a cosplay photograph, it's those little you're thinking, it's MCM London.
Yeah, but at the same time, it does give although little, it does give variance to what you have as a background for a photographer. Whereas with Dragon Con, it's the stairs or the halls, or you drive them somewhere outside for a photo shoot.
Well, no, it's that stupid archway in Ivy Park, but to me, I get the opposite reaction. Every time I see that archway in every I say, oh, that's Dragon Con, yay! I get the opposite reaction, so that's like, I don't know, I really do have a massive bias, god damn it. Because every time I see that little archway, it's like, yay! Every time I see the stupid crane, it's like, boo. I mean, it could literally be the best photograph ever, but those cranes are just so distracting. Sorry.
Yeah, at the same time, you have to realize, because XL's on the riverside, you could get these beautiful sunset show photos. I'll send you a few. I've sent you a few which I took over this weekend,
Okay.
which was of someone doing a me cosplay, and like the sunlight on it or the background just makes it stand out so more, because you can't get this in Dragon Con because of all the buildings around it. It's just literally you
I'll
get
give that.
building as a background, or building as a background, or a different building as a background.
Yeah, but you're at Dragon Con.
Did you do any of the shoots in the park though at DragCon? You know, the Olympic Park. It's about
Yes.
2 blocks away.
Yeah,
Then
that is quite a walk.
That is a great venue to shoot.
It
at.
is, but
Because
like I
once all the football fans bugger off.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like you have to find a cosplayer that's willing to be dragged, 20 minutes away?
It's not
Essentially-
20 minutes
no,
away.
no,
It's
No, to the park. It's about...
No, as in the entire photo shoot will be 20 minutes away in total from the convention.
Yeah.
So, say, walking back into would be like 5 to 10 minutes because of depending on what they're wearing, and then like a 10-minute shoot. It's,
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, then apart from that, it's the newer generation of photographers.
Oh, I like this. Where's this going? Go on.
So
Go on.
a lot of people are seeing this as some sort of excuse to take photos of females in sexy cosplays. How it's just they're so touchy. They don't understand. Like, even it's not like fashion or anything else that's been existing for so long. This is completely different. You don't go up right and just tap them on the shoulder, take a photo, or just grab them around the arm saying, "Oh, I like your cosplay. Let me take your photo."
Yeah.
Which I've seen so many times. I mean, the delicacy of the cosplay, and then at the same time, no touchy.
Yeah.
Simple as you don't know them, no touchy.
I don't know if it's because I hadn't been to MCM in a year, but I noticed that there was a lot more like, so say you were doing a shoot with someone, as you were posing, or as I was posing, I saw so many other photographers like take sneaky pictures and
Oh,
stuff.
snipers,
Snipers,
yes.
yes.
Snipers has grown so big, and it's the fact that because, like I said, these new younger generations don't know or haven't been involved much. They don't understand it, so they see it as an okay thing to do. When one person does it, everyone else just copies and does it as well.
Ew.
Annoying.
Yeah.
I had a photographer lady, as I was doing the shoot, was trying to like steal me away, and then she like pushed another. This was like by those grey walls and stuff. And then she
grey walls,
pushed another like cosplayer out to try and take a picture of me, and I was like, no, because they're having their thing. I'm not in a rush.
Yep.
I'm not in a rush. Why can't you just wait? It's the same grey wall as all these other walls.
Yeah. Also, the fact that people go and steal other people in the middle of a shoot as well. So, this speaking from experience last year, during the Overwatch shoot, you know how big the groups are. Just trying to get them all organized so it could look good in a photo, then having some random photographer go walk in the middle of it and drag someone out for a photo is the most frustrating thing.
Holy hell!
I've never seen that before. Surely, all the other photographers were just they were just ringing that shame bell.
Yeah, literally. There was this Mercy cosplayer at the back, because she had wings, at the back row, and I just saw this photographer walk up, tap her on her shoulder, speak, and pull her away for a shoot. Which is, yeah, it's not cool.
However, I feel like it's obviously it's really bad, but also that cosplayer should have just gone no.
It's very difficult for some people. I mean, the thing with DragonCon has got for the big group shoots is because you've got the stairs to shoot on. Yeah, that works really well because then you get all the photographers at the bottom of the stairs, and you can't get any of that sort of bullshit happening. But MCM with all the chaos there, but they're just location-wise, never quite like it.
Yeah, then also it's the fact that cosplay in the UK hasn't been around as long as the US, where everyone knows the general rules, general etiquettes of it. Kind of like, if you're in the middle of a shoot, you kind of stick with that shoot. You don't disturb others in that shoot. It's just, with cosplay here being so new, not many people knowing about how to go around it. And the fact that newer generations of people think it's okay to just be taken away, and people are being afraid of saying no to a photographer because they're afraid that they'll be blacklisted by a photographer.
What? Okay, screw that. I've told a lot of photographers. I mean, I did it when I was Wukong, but I was only a game because I did one main thing. I just, a guy said, "Yeah, I'm in a major magazine." I said, "Nah, I'm in a hurry. Bye." I don't care about being blacklisted. I'm thinking to myself, what? People being blacklisted by...
No, it's literally, I've had people come up to me, it's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't turn up to your meet today. I hope you don't blacklist me from your photos." I've had people come up to me doing that drunkenly at the Fox.
Well, that's probably that's probably the first giveaway, drunkenly. There's so many photographers that it's like... I don't know, because obviously the photography, that's why you're on the show right now. Is there a hierarchy? There are people, I don't want to mention their names or whatever, but it's like, because, there are certain like togs or maybe, videographers. It's like, oh, I really hope I'm in so-and-so videos and all that. And, that's sort of used as a sort of like badge of honor and stuff like that.
Actually, a lot of people think that, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter. Because if your cosplay is well made, or if you put a lot of effort into it, or it's very unique, or if you just go up and ask a photographer, 99.5% of the time, they will take your photo.
But there are definitely those 0.05 people that do exist.
Yes, there are those 0.50% people that exist. And unfortunately, it's the fact that they meet these 0.5% that they now have this kind of thought that, oh, I shouldn't say no to a photographer. What if the other photographers are like this 0.5%?
Yeah, but I don't know, it just seems weird to me. It's not as if all of you are like in this cabal saying, right, that person's a bellend, blacklist them. Be gone from our trade. Yeah, exactly. That's not how the world works. There's just so many photographers, and I guess... Yeah. I just dare say, some of the photographers, this guy I met in Birmingham who's done my cover picture, and I've never changed that cover picture, the one where I'm killing Dave and my mate Dean. Yeah. There are just so many good...
you're assisting Dean in killing me.
Yeah, but I've got my...
By driving his rifle and stabbing me in the neck.
Yeah, and obviously I've got my tomahawk on his neck, but anyway. But the whole point is, there are a lot of photographers, more reasonably talented, and unless there's like an uber super sort of maestro photographer that, oh my god, I've got to get my picture with him. It's just, I don't want to say like any photographer would do, but generally speaking, there are just so many photographers. I just don't see how. Yeah. This is the thing. Like, there are photographers which are like the uber tier that everyone wants to shoot with. So, for example, Martin Wong, Shiro Ang. I'm very glad you're using American. Yeah, I'm very glad you're using American names and not British ones. Thank you. That saves me from editing. But go on.
These are like the top tier. People say, "Oh, you want to shoot with these because they're that good." They shoot with this famous cosplayer and this famous cosplayer, so they feel like this is the top tier. But at the same time, they don't realize they won't attend these conventions because if they're shooting Uber tiers, they're getting paid to do a shoot which everything's in their control outside of a convention. They won't be roaming around as much, spending as much time on these photos, which is why I don't understand why are they so afraid of saying no to a photo, because it won't always turn out the best photo.
Yeah, I've actually wondered this. I think we did mention this on our photography show ages ago. Yeah, we need to update that. We'll probably invite you back on. We'll probably get... Yeah, we'll get more togs on. We'll do another photography special because that was like 2 years ago. We're going to update that one because, again, we could do a whole entire show based on this because we are supposed to be talking about MCM. So, yeah, but So, just want to finish off your point.
Yeah, so it's because people see certain photographers, as this higher tier because they shot with certain famous people that they're afraid to say no. And by doing that, they're also afraid to say no to other photographers because they don't know if that photographer has shot with someone else before, which might be famous, which could help them get cos famous in a sense as well.
Okay, this is where the first mistake happens, cos famous. That's... I don't see the appeal. I don't see the appeal of that whatsoever. Why would you want to be famous on social media? That sounds like the most horrid thing ever. Bryony, would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah, for me, I do it as a hobby, and I do it to
it's fun.
relax.
Yeah, it's a
If
laugh.
I have to do it every single day, and then post every single day, and do videos of me doing it every day, it sucks the fun out of it.
That's straight. Yeah.
And you start making things that aren't as good as quality, and you're just doing it for like the fans. It's just not what it is to me at all.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, because the stuff you're making, you genuinely love, and it's the same thing with my Monkey King. It's like, I really like the Monkey King. As a matter of fact, the more I discover about this Monkey King, the more I feel a kindred spirit. The guy was a bloody arsehole, but yet he was amazing. He destroyed heaven. They had to basically ask Buddha himself to stop the guy.
But the
Sorry.
thing is that we've said this on the podcast a few times.
Yeah.
There's like 20 people in the world who can make a decent living,
Damn
or
straight.
even a vaguely acceptable living, at being a cosplay personality. Even somebody as famous as Kamui still does commissions and stuff to make up a big chunk of her income, and does great work, lovely person. But that's not her. That's not the only thing she does. She just be a cosplay person, doesn't she?
No, she said a while ago that she'll never do them because.
Oh, okay.
You stand corrected, Dave. That's why I have a panel. Sorry.
Because there was this whole issue a few years ago of people expecting a prop for a certain amount of money.
Hold up.
A few years ago, still the case.
Hold up. You're asking Kamui to make you. That's like asking bloody build. No, was it? Am I thinking the same person? It was Punish Props. Yeah, Builder. Yeah. Who had that Uber waiting list? Was it Builder Rad or was it with some other guy? Well.
Anyway.
Yeah, you got my point. You're gonna ask Kamui for a cheap prop? Are you nuts?
Yeah, that's why she decided not to do it, because it was when she made her Shadowmourn. I remember her saying, like, she got so many messages. It's like, oh, can you make this for me for like £100? It's like, yes.
Well, Sophie, who does this podcast the whole time, she's got her amazing Foxy costume.
Yeah, 5 Nights at Freddy.
Look at her comments on YouTube. It's like, can you make me this costume? I've got $30. Yeah, full body Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy. But yeah. Okay, so stand corrected about Kamui, but she certainly makes money from her books and things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's not just making money by being a cosplay personality. Very few people in the world can do that. There's such a small market.
Yeah.
Okay, we cover that bit. I think, we are just at the because normally we run for 1.5 hours, but we haven't talked about the cosplay contest, because there were quite a number going on, and you were saying, Dave, what was C4 again? Because I was trying to ask if Bryony entered C4, and she didn't know what I was talking about.
C4 stands for the Clara Cows Cosplay Cup, and I'm sure Bryony is aware of this. It's a competition.
They need a bad name, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, UK qualifier was at Sundays at MCM London, and the winners, who I've forgotten who they are, will be jetting off to the Netherlands in July to represent the UK in the final. Yeah, it's a nice little competition. The main focus is it's on stage work, so naturally I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, plans to do a Joker and Harleen Quinzel act. Unfortunately, that fell through, but it was still a pretty good show. And yeah, lots of nice people were taking part. Kenny was taking part, Beth was taking part, and we went and cheered everyone on, and it was pretty good show. But you went solo into the competition on the Sunday, I believe, Bryony.
And you were runners-up, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, how bloody stacked was that competition if you were runners-up? That's like, what?
But to be fair, they couldn't let me win it 2 years in a row.
I think also, your costume is absolutely mighty, but also Helen's costume is equally mighty. That blue, just gorgeous. So, I think it was, I think you both gave the judges a very hard time there, picking between you two. But congratulations.
I mean, one of the positives about the weekend was because I got to judge the mini masquerade on the Saturday. It's seeing like the level, like the general level of cosplay just improve each year, and there were so many people from overseas as well, and that was really nice. So there was
yes.
I can't remember her name. It's really bad, but she was in my Euro cosplay, and she won best performance on Sunday.
Because one thing to remember, a lot of people do come over from all over Europe for this. Was that the Bulgarian? It was a Bulgarian couple, wasn't it, on the Sunday? Yeah, they were so good. But I can't remember their names either, though. But yeah, a lot of people do come over from all over Europe to MCM, and it's quite a big deal. I think a lot of it because LSCC's fallen off the map, because a lot of the really awesome people were coming over for the LSCC competition. Well, you know, it's still pretty cheap to get to London, let's go to MCM.
And a lot of them come with the Euro cosplay participants as well. So I think it's quite cute. So they help them do the big competition on the Saturday, and then they do the little one on the Sunday.
That's nice. But, we better talk about the Euro cosplay final as well.
Okay, so what did I miss? I mean, the only thing I catch was the winner. Was it? It was Chicago, wasn't it? Because I remember. Was it Dix? Yeah, was it Dick? Yeah, was it Dixie Rocket did that? Yeah, cosplay a while ago. And I thought, oh wait,
that's right. Yeah, very very shiny cosplay.
And,
very shiny.
And it was.
Yeah, place upstairs, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, we got a lot
of lovely act as well.
Oh, so it was. But it was pretty much a burlesque act then, wasn't it? I would assume.
Well, no. It was nothing as like, not that I consider burlesque to be sleazy, but it was nothing like that. It was just Chicago.
It was exactly the movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could tell the stage-trained people, couldn't you? They bring in intensity when they're on the stage compared to the ones who aren't. And it was very, very obvious that she knew exactly what she was doing up there.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Euros, they're not that... It's not like, was it London Super Comic Con where it was 50-50. It's a smaller mark for the performance, isn't it?
It's 20%.
Yeah, wow.
However, margins at the top are very, very tight because all the costumes are pretty much perfect. So therefore, stage work's a big help.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember there were quite snotty arguments, people saying, oh, such a complicated outfit, and I do have
you can't get people being snotty as the result of any competition.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I did at first think that, and then I realised, oh, wait a minute, I've been in this situation before, because, even though obviously it was nothing like a big majors, but when Yaya Han posted the picture of the winners, the open contest, and say, yeah, how come those Zeldas didn't win, even though technically they did win, they won the group, and I just won the singles, and it was like, you really can't, look at a photo, you really can't just look at, judge a costume from just a single photograph, because, that's the reason why you have prejudging, and because you can see stuff up close, and apparently, it's gone to the stage now where. Oh, sorry.
So I was going to say, especially with Euro cosplay, when there's a very large majority of the ruling in the costume, you have to have an immaculate costume in order to get high marks. And I was lucky enough to see her dress, and it must have been all completely hand done, and
I asked her.
And it's all intact as well. So, like, you can imagine, say that you've bought a dress like that, for example, from Topshop, and then you go out on the night out, like, some of the beads would start falling off, and then some of, like, the beads on the skirt would have come off, but it was completely perfect. And the fact that she can move in it so well as well. And all the people that are complaining online, they're just seeing that picture on the website. They never got to see it up close or her performance. It's incredibly unfair, I feel.
It is, but hey, it's the internet, who cares?
Yeah.
It actually reminds me of, Lex's Satine costume, the Moulin Rouge one.
Yes.
That was very, very similar in terms of awesomeness. But also, yes, Lex was wearing it to Dragon Con, and we went to a speakeasy, No, literally hidden behind a phone box, and she was there in that costume drinking absinthe.
Nice.
You need to come to Dragon Con. We will take you to the speakeasy.
Oh yeah, that Dragon Con was.
No,
Yeah.
really. That place is so amazing, though, isn't it? The red phone booth. Danny!
Yeah. Yes, the red phone. Yep, the red phone booth was off, and I didn't get a cigarette. I didn't get a cigar this time because last time I had a bloody Uber cigar, and for some bizarre reason, missed out on that. But you can't.
We had about 9 drinks there.
Yeah, they were, and yep. Oh, they really do make fantastic cocktails. Or if you're into that sort of thing. But anyway, back to the competitive. Yeah, back to the competitive talk.
I thought I didn't see the Friday competition on the mini masquerade, but I thought the 2 big competitions were very, very good. I think MCM handled them very well. I think Joe did a really good job of actually comparing. I think it was very good. They actually got a girl coming on singing some stuff as a time filler at the end, and she did a really good job. I think the whole thing, they put on a really good show, which is nice. And no one got prejudged in the toilet.
Yeah. That would be like a highlight.
Okay. Chapman, you still there? Because I think I've lost your picture.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, that's weird.
I would also like to say that the skits for Euro Cosplay, they were all very unique and entertaining. And it was, they had the Benny as the spaceman from the Lego movie.
Oh, yes.
And I thought it was so nice to have a costume like that everybody was really excited to see.
I remember the year you did it. You had King Julian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where everyone was like dancing away with that one as well. Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But everyone was thinking like, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of it.
The only negative, I would say, as the judges that they picked. I'm not saying they were horrible judges, and they did a wonderful job, but they were fabric judges, and I wish that they would just have
oh dear. So we're still having, because again this is the first show I did with you when Katie Cosplay just, I really wish she didn't do that. Why pick out the was it Wraith Creation Studio? Yeah, the guy that did the Lich King. Why pick out that guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah,
what's the name of the guy?
Yeah, the guy that did
Sorry?
the Lich King, and you know how Katie Cosplay just singled him out saying, that Warbler was so easy. That's the reason why his outfit looked great and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's it.
And incidentally, if you're going to be judging in a foreign country, do not pick the entrant from that country.
I think that is. I mean, again, I think we did have that argument last time, and we've done it in a couple of shows. I really think we do need multiple categories. I don't think we really should have fabric judges judging armor, and vice versa, because they are completely different disciplines. I mean, even making a well-fitting armor is actually hard. I spent a whole day just trying to work out the damn fastenings of my monkey armor, and it was like, it's a lot harder than you think, because obviously, unlike cloth where you got a lot of leeway because it sways around. No, this has got to conform to your body and stuff, because when you put plates and skirts on it, they overlap, and then all of a sudden, why is my armor riding up like that?
Not great, but it's kind of hard to say, because again, we haven't gone through the whole prejudging thing. But I mean, at Dragon Con, I'd like them to be actually more people who are into sort of doing a show rather than just looking at the costume. But
Chapman. This was what
think to your judges.
Yeah, Chapman. This was one of your suggestions we had in our conversation. Perhaps the judges should not just be other cosplayers. That you were suggesting even photographers.
Yeah. So I actually always thought that if we have judges that weren't just cosplayers, but someone who views it in a different aspect, so it doesn't have to be photography, it could be videography or stuff. You just seeing it rather than just looking at the fabric, but seeing more focused on the performance side of it would be kind of, in a way, give a wider range of opinions, and could actually, I think, change or sway the way who would win sometimes.
Speaking as a performance specialist, yes.
Yeah, I think yeah, because I definitely see that as, you know, cosplayers, we do definitely get tunnel vision with things like accuracies when, yeah, because, you know, that is still a category in, you know, the DragonCon where, you know, just simply getting a reaction out of the audience, because let's face it, a lot of masquerades, they are bloody hard to watch, because, well,
Dragon Con's a bit different because it's masquerades, and it's, you know, the entire thing is everyone wants to go there and put on a really good show. That's your goal, really.
yeah, that's
So Dragon Con is a bit different to Euro cosplay, where it's about having the most perfect, accurate, down to the last stitch costume. You know,
yeah.
like a certain Magda.
Yeah,
Don't get the name right, by the way.
Sorry?
Did I get the name right?
You did, yeah.
Yes, good.
Almost, baby.
Yeah, but it's all about being that level of perfect accuracy and perfect craftsmanship. It's a different competition.
Yeah.
So I don't think for Euro cosplay that would necessarily be the right judges. But I think for maybe DragonCon, I think, yeah, definitely getting somebody, you know, people who know about show business, maybe.
Yeah.
But then again, what do I know?
So, like, maybe if you had a competition like EGX where it's 50-50, so, and they have 4 judges, so you could have 2 judges that do, like, fabrication, one of them does armor, and then you can have 2, so like Chapman, like a videographer or photographer, mainly focusing on the stage. And that way you have a wide variety of opinions and, like, skills by that person, and it could change, like, the way they pick the winners.
So you mean for ECG?
Not for ECG, but maybe for, like, the qualifiers.
Yeah, for ECG qualifier.
Yeah, ECG qualifiers.
Because think about for the qualifier, yeah, you want people who are going to put on a really good show in Paris for that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just, yeah, you got to have nice costumes as well, but...
But at the same time, you have to realise one thing. In ECG preliminaries in the UK, we actually help a lot. So with performances in other countries, all the props, all the cosplay stage stuff, they aren't handled by volunteers at all. They're actually done by the cosplayers themselves. They would actually go on, set up, and then go off stage, then start their act. Whereas here in UK, we've actually helped out by moving the stuff, moving the props in.
Well, that's not a big deal, really. That's just, you know, it helps keep the show moving a bit quicker. So I don't think it's a big deal either way. It just means the audience gets less downtime between acts.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's... Again, speaking as a sort of stage person, not just through cosplay, you know what I mean? Every step you make on stage should be in character, and if you've got somebody who's put your stuff out there already for you, that's brilliant, because it means you can just focus on that.
Yeah.
You got to worry about wrangling a prop on there as well, or, you know, putting a backdrop up. It's not so great.
Also, if you have a costume that lights up, you don't want to give that away to the audience before the house lights turn on, for example.
Okay.
That is true.
Okay. Oh, that was it. That was yeah, that's the dilemma I was talking about earlier, which I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, me then. Okay, I was about to say. Okay. Politics and drama. Anyway, sorry. All right. In that case, yeah, we've run a bit late, but I guess just the final consensus, because it's the MCM special. My opinion doesn't count, but I will at least acknowledge that MCM have gotten better. You can use the front door now, which is kind of amazing. We couldn't before. So, Bryony?
There's one negative point that I'd like to say.
Go ahead.
They didn't have any cosplayers not consent signs this year.
Yeah, there was. Do you know what the annoying? Yeah, do you know what the annoying thing is? Yeah, sorry to keep taking over because, sorry. I remember a long time ago when cons were small. Yeah, God, this is how old I am. This is like in the early 2000s, where we never heard of these instances whatsoever. But to be honest, women, you know, a lot of the cons I went to, there weren't that many girls around. They were the stereotypical conventions with a lot of middle-aged blokes. As a matter of fact, one of my mates was joking when I went to an anime con, there's nobody here but just middle-aged blokes. So now that we've got cons where there was actually a lot more women, because I don't know whether or not it's because cosplay, a lot of women prefer to dress up more than men and stuff, that this is just, it's become so endemic now that it's just sort of, it's just expected, and it's sort of, it's just really sad that, we do literally have to put a big sign saying, don't bloody touch women. That's just, I don't know, that just sounds to me like just common sense, not, why do we have to do that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's like what Chapman was saying about the new generations of photographers that were grabbing girls with photos and stuff, and it sucks that it's come to this point, but I do think you can't just have it one year and then take it away the next year. You have to keep having it.
It sucks that the signs have to be there, but yeah, they really should have been there.
Yeah. Especially as a girl that travelled by myself as well, I got a bit creeped out on some occasions.
Yeah, with some of the attendees, and you know what the annoying thing is? It's just about every lady on my feed just had a particular story, like, blokes with foot fetishes and all that, and a lot. Do you know what the weird thing is? Because I'm not a particularly touchy-feely guy, and it's like, I've just noticed there just seemed, because I did notice that a lot of people, sometimes when they do selfies, they'll go close. It's like, and to me that creeps me out a bit, because I'm a super paranoid guy. I don't like people walking behind me and stuff like that. So I could just imagine as a lady, suddenly you just think, yeah, that's So
sorry to be so negative at the end. It's just I wanted to.
Well, no, that's a good point, and yeah, cosplay is definitely not consent, and we definitely did see that side of that Dragon Con, didn't we? I think that was definitely a thing.
Yeah, definitely a thing.
It was definitely a thing.
Okay.
At the same time, can I just bring up a little subject regarding this?
Certainly.
So, ReedPop, which does NYC New York Comic Con, has done these cosplays not consent stuff really well. So I think I'm looking forward to next MCM when they run it. We'll get a lot of these signs, because so far it's been me, Food and Cosplay Eddie, and a few photographers going around wearing shirts that says cosplay is not consent. So it was like literally, as I was showing,
Which is a really good idea as well.
It's like cosplay is not consent, like general rules of etiquettes and all that.
But a T-shirt, I like it.
Where can I buy that?
You know what? I might actually, because when I'm going casual, which is going to be most of the time, I might actually have to get one of those now. Yeah, I'm a believer. I need to wear one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to buy one.
So it's made by me. So it was being pushed a lot by me and Food and Cosplay. It was his idea, and then I was the driving force. So send me a PM of your shirt sizes, and I'll get one made for you guys.
Excellent. And I think I'll wear. You know what?
Much.
For the next couple of podcasts, I'm going to wear that. I mean, it'll be a lot more palatable than the volunteer T-shirts I usually wear. I was tempted to wear that again, but I thought, no, I'll just go for my 76. But yeah, I think that'll be the new uniform for the podcast. I'll definitely wear one of those. So, but I don't know. It's kind of sad, but that's a good reminder. Dave, closing thoughts on MCM then?
Closing thoughts on MCM. I think it was good. I'm actually not expecting vast amounts of change initially, because I think they're probably going to have much the same team doing it. I also think that there's various rumours about what's going to happen or not, but MCM have invested a lot of money in cosplay in terms of having competitions, having a really good stage, and that kind of stuff. So
hey, they do a better job than
qualifier is not cheap.
Gotcha.
So I hopefully that will all carry on staying there, but obviously people have got to do the sums. But I think things should carry on, hopefully a bit better than before, but they're not doing a terrible job, and hopefully, we won't lose our nice contests, because we love them.
Yes, and we can definitely
run them.
Sorry?
And the nice people that run them, we don't want to lose all of that, the MCM staff.
That's absolutely right, yes, absolutely right.
Okay. Oh yeah, one other point. I really do hope. I mean, I don't think it's going to change, as you say, but I really do hope MCM, in regards to cosplay, they sort out their prizes, because a poor Terry, as we speak, still has not got his trophy or Coscraft vouchers, I believe.
Well, if they speak to them, the price situation was a problem a while back, but I think they've solved it.
Well,
as far as I'm
Terry's...
aware.
Well,
I know Jazzy had no problem with it, and people like that. So maybe Terry should basically send an email to Joe and see what can get sorted.
Okay.
As someone that's had to wait 9 months, you have to keep messaging. You have to keep making yourself heard.
There was a problem in the past, but I think it got better.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Who knows? I mean, when we won Manchester, we got the prize through very quickly, though, didn't we?
Well, are we talking about our Assassins group? Not really.
Yeah.
We still had to wait 6 months, which I don't know. I think we did. Yeah, we did come to the same consensus. We'd rather have better prizes, but wait for them rather than have rubbish prizes and have them instantly like Showmasters.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars cushion.
Yeah, we rather have stages in a stupid little bubble in Birmingham than the picnic tables than Showmaster. Yeah, you can prove. Yeah, you can tell we are big fan of Showmasters.
Been so long since I've gone to a Showmaster show, and I can't see myself going to the one anytime soon. I know one back I wasn't actually asked to guest at one, except I would have had to pay for my own ticket. I was like, no, that's not how this game's played, guys.
Lovely. You get invited to. Wait a minute. What? Could you come to our con?
I get to do a whole load of work, and I'm paying you for the privilege. I'm not expecting to get loads of money for being a guest or anything like that, but no, I'm not paying you so I can do all this work for you.
Bloody hell. Chapman, final consensus on MCM then, and we close up.
It's getting better. Photography-wise, needs a lot of improvement. We need to push cosplays, not consent. The whole read pop issue, I feel there's going to be a change, but it's not going to be an immediate change. Maybe give it 3 years or so is when we'll see the massive difference.
3 years, okay, because they were telling because that was in the actual press statement that they released, saying that in 2018 you'll see immediate improvements. So
you'll see improvements, but it's like, I mean, changes like you won't. The teams will change over 3 years. The layout of the convention generally will change. Like the whole system of queuing, everything. These kind of ways they do stuff will change because we can't. The immediate change might be an issue.
I think what we'll see quickly, if they're going to do it, is better class of guests, though. I think in May, I'm not saying the guests they get are bad, but they might get some real proper A-listers starting for May. I think that will be a really positive change.
As long as they re-invite Donnie Yen, and I got my Monkey King, I hate MCM, but I will be stomping down there. I'll be the first person in line to see Donnie Yen again in my Monkey King outfit. That was like, I don't think there's anything else on this earth I would want to do than go up to Donnie Yen in my Monkey King outfit and hand him my staff. That would be the photo ever.
The MCM, if you want to make Danny happy, and I don't know why you'd want to do that, you know what to do.
Because you'd make me happy. Do you know how very rarely that happens? The only time that happens if I don't know, there's another Batman versus Superman film, or
you're at Dragon Con.
That too, or we're going shooting.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh crap!
You're the only man in the world who Batman v Superman made that happy.
Yep,
Think how much money that movie would have lost if you hadn't seen it in the movie theatre 19,000 times.
I'm sorry, that film was a work of art. I don't know why so many people disagreed. Bruce Wayne, with that nice little dreamlike sequences descending into the air, surrounded by. A lot of people said that was stupid. No, I thought that was bloody cool. But anyway, I digress. Today, it's the end of the show. Normally, but unfortunately, we're deadly over time. Normally, we break down to our geeking out section. Yeah, let's do a tiny version of it. So, what are we going to be geeking out to this weekend?
BlizzCon!
Yeah, we already did that. Oh, we did. So just BlizzCon. You're not going to see any movies. You're not going to see Ragnarok. You're not going to see Blade Runner. Anything like that.
Nope, just BlizzCon.
All right, fair enough. And That's quite long, you know. So I don't know unless they do. This is Diablo 4, and we promise there's going to be no real auction money houses, and everything will be sorted. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Dave, anything to look forward to?
SpaceX, Falcon Heavy coming up. Can you see that? That is a 3D printed coaster I made with a SpaceX logo on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, my 3D printer is being upgraded. I'm getting the multiple, the multiple material setup for that. So yes, soluble support. Thank God for that.
Or you could be as super lucky as Brian and just work at a company that has such facilities.
I still have to pay to use it though, so
but you still have considerably better, rendering, I guess, than Dave does.
Actually, I think me and Dave have the same printer.
We got the same printer, and mine's actually
really?
pretty good now. It doesn't. Yeah, Precia i3 Mark II.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the upgraded version of that very soon. Once the
Okay.
bits come through.
Okay then. So Chapman, what are we looking forward to then, or is it just BlizzCon, or got anything else on the horizon?
Like you said in the beginning, it's my con crunch now. Photo editing.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not a cosplayer. You've actually got work to do.
Yep. I've got a backlog of 600 gigs of photos to edit from this
Okay.
weekend.
Oh!
Wow.
Ow!
Yeah.
Hold up, rewind back. 600. How does that?
I've taken a lot of photos.
I'm trying to comprehend. How do you get 600 gigs? It's like you can't own that many memory cards. Do you just, one night just dump all your file into a hard drive, or do you? How? Because
I have 128 gig SD cards, and then my camera takes 2 memory cards every time.
Bloody hell. Oh yeah, I forgot. Some cameras have 2 memory card slots. I'm just thinking, okay, that's...
So how big is an individual image on average?
Oh wow, you take pictures in RAW, innit? That's why.
97 megabytes.
Zing!
Nice.
Alright,
That's going to add up very fast.
okay,
They come out with billboard size.
Oh, okay, bloody hell. There's me. I'm just thinking, I only took about 5 gigs at DragonCon because obviously I was only just using my phone. But 600... Oh, bloody... I can't even comprehend that. It's actually... my brain's hurting. I'm thinking, bloody hell.
Yep. A lot of photos. And that reminds me, I have to make a correction. It wasn't Supernova, it was PAX in Australia, done by Repop.
Okay, we'll put...
And the Penny Arcade Expo, those people.
Yeah, that's run by Repop.
Okay,
not Supernova.
Okay, I would have run the...
I don't find the Penny Arcade comics really unfunny.
I've not read them, but now I'm intrigued. I will read them. Penny Arcade Comics. Okay, I'll look that up right after the end of the show. And yeah, that reminds me. When you make that correction, I'll run the correction music as well. Yep. I think I ripped it off the Easy Ally podcast. I just thought that's a cool idea. If you make a mistake, you should correct it in the next episode. But the way they do it, they run a nice little jingle while they're doing it. Wicked. Because obviously my podcast is just a rip-off of the co-optional podcast. So I thought, if you're going to rip stuff off, you might as well rip it off from other people while you're at it. Actually, when you think about it, we cosplayers, we're actually ripping off somebody else's IP. Because we didn't come up with Diablo 3, I didn't come up with the Monkey King or Assassin's Creed.
Well, given I always play criminals, that doesn't really worry me.
Just everybody else.
So, we're all in our own way stealing off of each other. Like, even photographers. That's a nice chicken and egg situation. I mean, yeah, obviously, a photographer. I mean, okay, we're running deadly late. I just want to get this point out of the way because it's intriguing. Has skills, but at the same time, they need a really good subject to shoot in the first place. So what comes first, the photographer or the cosplayer? Could we do... Which one would be better off with, the cosplayer or the photographer? I think we could be better off without the photographer, because at least the cosplayer will still exist to sort of walk around the convention.
Who's there to document it for you?
Yeah, but everyone has cam phones these days, and not everyone is that fussed about it, about the 2/3. Yeah, 'cause, I don't know. 'Cause,
Then that makes you a photographer.
yeah, but I don't worry about the 2/3 of rules. You know, I don't care that there's a person in the background just staring, going. Because I know that bothers some photographers. I'm just more, you know, sort of occupied with. Oh, that's a really good costume. I'm just gonna capture that. I don't mind that there's there's some lady with a Hello Kitty whatever, thing in the background, and I'm photographing a really evil, mean looking Lich King. Anyway, that's the end of the show. What that's left to do is say, yeah, thank you very much, my guest. Thank you very much, Bryony. You have put up with the 3rd episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and do you know what? I've actually forgot to actually introduce your damn page. It's I got it right. Cadere Cosplay, wasn't it?
Calderon.
I got close. Yeah, I got close. And it's Facebook, Instagram, or is it just Facebook or?
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, everyone's migrating to Instagram now, especially since you have to pay to push your page. Ugh.
Yeah, it's also.
Ooh.
I have Instagram to thank for Guerrilla Games sending me a little note saying thank you.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so happy.
Okay, sweet. Dave, Rocket Penguin on the Facebook, any other social media, Twitter, whatever.
Nope. Just Facebook, and I never update it.
I like it.
I don't. Yeah, I really don't get social media because I'm old.
Same here. I think I'm under the oldness. Second oldest person. Yeah. And Chapman, LP Cosplay, wasn't it?
Yep, LP Cosplay Photography on Facebook, and you can find me as LPC Photography on Twitter and Instagram.
Sweet. Anyway, that's the end of episode number 32. Yeah, 32. That's a bit of a milestone. But like I said, 32. Adios, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.